Mary Jane and little Miss Dinky. Mary Jane, she's 3 years old. Well, she's over 3, but a couple months. But she's 3, and it was a percentage or whatever. Belgian Malinois, and Australian Shepherd, and and that was the results. There were no like off breeds or off. There was just those two. Well, this dog is so smart. Well, I can't even describe how smart this dog is. And just and mostly just from kicking it with me, and just her like basic like instinct, or you know what I'm saying. And she's, come on, this way. She's she's so smart, and because literally she almost like knows what is what, and you know what I'm saying, really. And if you say jump or whatever, she'll jump, literally. And but she's like the dog. Hey baby, hey baby. You see that baby? Look, right here. Look at that baby right here. Hey baby. You see that baby? Look, over here, Mary Jane. Come here. Come here, look. Come here. Come on. Come here. Look. You see? Dink. Go. Go. You see that, baby? You see that, baby? See? Hey, baby. There's a big boy. There's a big boy. Dink. There's a big boy. Dinky. Dinky. Dink. Dinky. Be nice. Dink. Dinky. Be nice. Hey boy, you good boy. You pretty boy. You beautiful boy. You beautiful. She thinks she's the king. She thinks she's the king. Or the queen. I got you out. I'm bragging on you. Mary Jane, so she's so smart, but if she was to go into like one of those the dog shows, or well, whichever one, she can do whatever she's told to do: sit, lay, roll, you know, jump. But she's gonna be the dog that's gonna walk around or run around and want to play with everybody and, you know, be distracted instead of like doing what she's supposed to be there to do, or you know. But if it was limited, Dinky. If it was limited, like people, certain kind, you know, she can handle it. But like a bunch and etc. She gets so excited. She's like, somebody's there wanting to play. But she does have the serious side again. But we don't have to really worry about that. Well, we try not to. We try not to. She's just gonna be a dog and do dog stuff, but have manners. You know, she's gonna follow directions and follow the rules. But other than that, other than being civilized or whatever, you know, having Dinky again, having just manners. They can pretty much do what they want. Dinky. They can pretty much do what they want. Other than that, other than Dink. Nasty. I know that's what you're rolling in. Something nasty. Where are the balls? Where are the balls? She only needs her serious side when it's needed. If it's not needed, then we don't need to worry about it. We just play and have fun. And she could be a big goofy girl, as smart as she is. And without me telling the dog, Mary Jane that is, my pill bag, without telling her that this is my pill bag, I call it my pill bag. It is my pill bag. I say this is my pill bag, and she caught it because I said go get my pill bag, and she went in the bedroom and got it, and she came out with my pill bag. Okay. And again, I didn't teach her that, and it was up on top of the shelf thing. What is it? Well, it was on top of it, so she had, stood up and boom, got it. But she brought it to me. And then, come on. And then after that, though, I kind of taught her, get my pill bag, just, to give her something to do. And just because, personally, I thought that was just awesome. It was just so awesome that she did it. And then, what are you seeing, girl? I don't see anything. Birds. And so then, though, what it was like, when I realized, come on, let's go in here. When I realized that we've been doing it for a couple weeks now, and and she'll go get it. Again, no hesitation now, of course, nothing. And so when it hit me, and I was like, oh, we've been doing this for a while. When that hit me, I moved the bag. Okay? And see, I wanted to see what she was seeing. And I moved it into the kitchen. And I tell her to go get it, and she go get it and come back to me, and like look around and look at me, and like it's not there, and she gets wired out like that, especially when the mailman comes or someone leaves a package. She knows when it's a package at our door, and our door, she knows. But so that was in the beginning. She would like look around and she'd be like, like telling me, it's not there. I don't know where it is. And I tell her to find it. Get it, girl. Get it. Get it. And she found it in the kitchen. Okay. So it's on top of the fridge. She can't get it. But now she's coming to get me. She's barking. She's acting. She's letting me know. And she would sit there at the fridge looking up at it, at top of the fridge, and stretch and like trying to get and yeah, she sure did. She found it in the fridge. She found it on the fridge. And I haven't done anything since then. Moved it and said to go find it. But I need to just to keep her sharp, I guess. But just because just her doing that again, for me, is just amazing. And again, all top of that, when I didn't teach it to her, or when I didn't, when it didn't have, she didn't have to be, yeah. She just learned it, or knew it, or whatever. Phone call. It's 9:45. Oh yeah, the water bowl's out there. I didn't see anything over there. Birds or dog or nothing. Come on, fill the water. Come on, let's go get water. She's about to die. Give me the ball. Come on, let's go get some water. That was another thing that Mary Jane's so smart. People all the time, but in the beginning, or they want to ask me like, how long it took me to Dinky. How long it took me to teach her to sit and to stay, what I'm saying, and to come to me, and to stay, and then sit, Dink, sit, Dink, good girl. And it's hard to say, wait, sit, wait, get it. It's hard to say to people, I didn't teach her nothing. She, what I'm saying, she just did it, and that's pretty much it. But I told them the basics of what I did, but again, it's not me that, taught her to be smart or, well, basically that's it. Taught her to be smart. She's just smart. I do talk to her. and she knows like words, has gotten used to or accustomed to some words, like children, like everybody, I guess. But so she knows what stuff, what I'm saying. She knows now, like if she jumps, she knows that's jumping, Like I don't think Dinky does. But I am getting Dinky to jump more with Mary Jane when I have him on the leash. So she is picking it up. But she's nowhere near as smart as Mary Jane. She's a smart girl, though. And though for her, we know what breeds she is, and mom and dad and brother. Give me that one. And people said to me, like, cause she'll sit down and she'll stay, but she learned that from Mary Jane. Okay, that's not me either. But people say to me, it's amazing how the little Chihuahua dog will listen to you or listen to your commands. And for her, my defense is Mary Jane, pretty much. I just say, she just watches Mary Jane, she just does what Mary Jane does. And then, she catches on. But, and then staying, when I say stay, Mary Jane stays. And so when Miss Dinky, when I'm saying stay, and she sees Mary Jane staying, she's like, okay, let's stay. And she knows go. She knows what go is. They know what go is. And again, back to that. It's like children. I gotta fix my shoelace though. Where are the balls? Like children. Like if you had a child that couldn't talk, and had kind of a learning disability, so it was like learning words, gradually, and understanding, basics, and had no thumbs, because they have no thumbs, so you have to bathe them and brush them and clean them and all that basic stuff, feed them pretty much, except they can kind of be a dog and eat like a dog. But then you got to teach them kind of, like not to chew on your stuff or, the valuable stuff. They can only like chew or whatever with their stuff. You got to teach them, to stay with you, to be with you, so they'll be safe. You got to teach them birds and trees, and that's a car that will kill you. And or that's another dog. That's a mean one. He will kill you, or she will. Because Mary Jane, she wants to play with everybody almost. Well, until she gets jealous for whatever reason. And then she don't like them no more. I don't know what the vibe. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Come on. I don't know what the vibe is. She sees a dog and she's like, okay, let's play. and then they kind of play, and then that vibe, if she gets that vibe, then she's like, okay, nope, you're not the one. You're not the play buddy. Or it will be cool, and it will be like, okay, you're a play buddy. But she gotta find out. She gotta find out first. And Miss Dinky, she didn't grow up running and playing like with other dogs. Only Mary Jane. So she knows Mary Jane's family, but again, every other dog pretty much is iffy, you know, and you got to bark at it and question it. Well, Blackie, I think Blackie is almost the only dog that Dinky has like ran and played with. Blackie, we haven't seen him in a while. They probably got him. But she would run with him, play with him, and they kind of got along. But I think that's kind of why, in a way, Mary Jane got jealous and would tell him, no, my sissy, because she sure would. She didn't like him playing with Sissy at all. And that might have been because she wanted him all to herself. And, you know, he was also playing with Miss Dinky. Or because I was petting him. Because I love petting him, but I don't like petting him because Mary Jane gets jealous. It's weird at certain times with Miss Dinky. Well, now because we have Miss Dinky, and we've had Miss Dinky for her life, almost 2 years now, and Mary Jane's giving me the look like I was here first. Oh, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you know, I was here first, and like I've seen, I start ranting. Like I've seen two dogs, you know, and one dog root the other dog off the couch or out of the way or whatever, and that's hilarious, right? But I've never had two dogs at the same time. I've always had one. But when I got Mary Jane, and then I found out what she was, I thought it would be good to get another dog. And research, and I was told Mary Jane's a girl, get a boy, so they won't fight, because two like of the same sexes supposedly battle, you know, whatever, for dominant, okay. And so I was like, okay, I got to get a boy. And I was set on a Malinois, a full-blooded Malinois, because he would have, it would be a male, and he would have had the full, you know, Malinois traits or an instinct, whatever, you know. And because I knew where one was, and these people were getting rid of it, and they already had a cool name, and his name was Kratos, and I was like, yeah, okay. Well, so long story, I didn't get him because I couldn't budget it out. Feasibly, you know, and so plus to get him it was $200, and so it wasn't going to happen, and even if they would have given him to me, I don't think I would have been able to do it, but I couldn't do it, and then after that, I was like, I'll still get her a buddy, but I'll get her like a Chihuahua. So I can, when we're like Miss Dinky here, but she got, they could be out and play and like this, like they are now. And like I have the bag here now for Miss Dinky, but she's a little porker now. But still, she fits, and I would carry her. Mary Jane, hey, get out there. You're doing just what Miss Dinky was doing, nasty girls. Dink! And she goes in, and girls. So I was like, I'll get a little boy Chihuahua, and so I can put him in the pouch, you know, when he gets tired or whatever, and Mary Jane, she can do her thing. And I couldn't find one, and the shelter for their dogs or whatever, but they got shots, and is $155, so I still had to save for that. But I went to the shelter looking. Come on, Dinky, Mary Jane, come on, girl. Girl, come here. And then Jose, around that time, when I was still shopping, Jose at the end of the road there, his dogs had puppies, and I was like, oh yeah, how much? And he wanted $200 for them, for the puppies. And first I asked him if he had a male. You got a male? This is for Mary Jane, okay. And so he was like, yeah. I go, how much? And he goes, $200. And my first thought was, oh no, because I can't afford it. And again, that was more than the shelter, without shots and stuff. So I was like, no, Dink, leave that alone, whatever it is. Oh. And I didn't say that to him, of course, but you know, he knows I'm poor and stuff. But so I was like, okay. And then I see him, and then he got rid of them all. And then I see him, you know, another day, and someone gave one of the girls back, and the girl looks just like the mama, Miss Dinky's sister. She looks just like mama. And then later, somebody gave a boy back, and Miss Dinky's brother, and he looks just like her, but twice her height. You know what I'm saying? And then I see him again, and the meter maid lady, or whatever, the police, parking police or whatever, the one lady, she got one from them, and it was Miss Dinky, and she was the runt of the litter, and 7 weeks, she was 1 pound. Miss Dinky, hey baby, Where's the ball? At 7 weeks, she was 1 pound. And the meter maid lady gave her back. And he was like, and I said, I was walking by, and he goes, I want to give her to you. I want to give you the puppy. And I was like, what? And he was like, the runt. And I was like, what? I go, how much? Because I'm thinking he just was reducing the price, And he goes, no, I want to give her to you for Christmas. And I was like, what? Again, and he was like, yeah, she's the runt. He went and got her, and she's in the palm of his hand. She's in the palm of my hand. And this little thing with these big floppy ears looked like a bulldog, because she had the one snarl tooth from the bottom sticking up, and then a couple little teeth from the bottom sticking out. And but that Dink, that type of head with those teeth like that, but big ears. Her head's kind of almost caught up with her ears now. But where is she? Right there. But her ears, right there, those ears, they were she looked like Dumbo, without the trunk. And but she was 1 pound, 7 weeks, and I had to take her to get her shots and to get her fixed. And she's so little. She's just so little. And the ASPCA or whatever, they gave her all her shots and stuff, and they told me about her surgery. They said for the fix spay or whatever, they said we just want to tell you right now ahead of time, her size is very complicated with her size. And anyway, dogs with the snout like that or whatever, the short snout or whatever, her little tooth is out right now, the little short, they have problems anyway, or inherently because of the short snout or whatever, because of breathing and stuff and getting clogged up. And so I was like, what the hell? What are you telling me? Don't tell me, So I'm going to leave her with you, a few hours. I'm going to go home. She's going to do the surgery, and then I might not see her again. This little big dog, And luckily everything was good. She got her shots, and she got fixed, and she got her little cone. And again, she was 1 pound. She was almost 2 pounds, almost at that point. But Jose said, no, I want to give her to you. And then he went and got her, and there was just a little bit, and I was like, what? And it was a girl, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. No. And when he said that, and I looked at the little girl, I was like, and me and Mary Jane, we were just finishing our walk, so we were going home when this happened. And Dink, don't do it. Dink. My first thought was, it's a girl, it's another girl, and at the moment, can I handle another dog again? That was my big thing. Because again, like children, if they eat something that's bad, you gotta go to the doctor and everything, and without universal health care, for the dogs, Dink, you gotta pay for that shit. And when you're poor, you don't just have dog insurance or, you know, or let's say full coverage dog insurance. Just like your children, you don't want to, you want to keep them from eating bad stuff or breaking, bones and whatnot, because, you don't have the money to, to fix it, and you got to do it home remedy style. And so, Miss Dinky, so when he said he's going, and I'm looking at her and she was just this little thing, me and Mary Jane, we were walking home. I said, I told him, I said, well, okay, let me go home and let me check everything out and make sure. Let me make sure it's okay, or I mean, it's up to me if it's okay, but contemplate, okay? So me and Mary Jane leave, we go home, and I tell Mary Jane, I'm gonna go get that little girl dog, that little baby, and she was listening to me. She knew what I was saying, or and but then I would say, should I go get the dog? Should I go get her? It's another girl. It's a little girl. You gotta be nice. You gotta share makeup and stuff, and and I said, screw it. I'm gonna go get that little dog. I'm gonna go get that dog. So I left Mary Jane at the house, and I walked down there, and I got her, and I was like, hey, man, I'll take her. And he goes, she's a runt. She's a runt. And all she does is whines in the corner, and I was like, oh, great. So that's why you want to give her to me. Because, I heard runts, like a lot of them don't they're undeveloped. That's why they're runts, a lot of them, and they don't survive certain things, or and some just like stay super small, blah 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 blah. But so that was my first thought, was oh no, is there going to be problems, because I don't want to lose her. Now these dogs right here, they're supposed to outlive me, so I'm supposed to die, like in my house, and then nobody's supposed to be there, so they're supposed to eat me. You know what I'm saying? And then paramedics, police, fire, whatever, then they discover a half-eaten corpse, and now probably some dogs that are real hungry. Dink! But so I took her home, and let her, check the house out, let her, roam around, and Mary Jane kind of followed her, of course, checked her out too, of course, and made sure, what the hell's this little thing, and come on, ding. And then we got the surgery, and then we got her needs taken care of. We got her some little toys, little teething things, and her little stuff. And now they share, of course, but come on. But when she was little, Mary Jane would like pick on her, would nudge her and like, egg her on, like, come on, play. And play with me, come on, do something, let's go. And Miss Dinky, when she was tiny, she was so little, and uh, but Miss Dinky, of course, she didn't know how to handle it. She didn't know what the hell, what is this big dog doing? And I don't know. I guess it wasn't very long. A month. And Miss Dinky is completely at home. And when Mary Jane nudges her, she nudges back. And when Mary Jane nudges her and she don't want to be nudged, she bites the hell out of her. She gets her. And again, 2 years later, or now, they're buddies, but they are still jealous. Very jealous, each of them. Come on, we're going over here. Each of them. If I'm physically getting down dirty and giving Mary Jane a scratchy scratch, and Miss Dinky sees it, she's like, okay, and she got to get in on it. And it's the same vice versa. If Miss Dinky's right there and I'm giving her a scratchy scratch and Mary Jane sees it, she got to come over and she got to get some. You want a treat? I didn't think you did. I know she does. Do you want one? You do? Okay. Girl.